Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and a fact that makes your brain go. 240,000 times this happened in Chicago in June. It set a record. Kenzie guessed car accidents. Case guessed hot dog package sales. Not individual hot dogs, but the full packages. Kelly guessed murders. The city would be empty in about 4 months if it kept that pace. It's about a couple million people in the city limits, 9 million in our Q101 listening area. But that'd be better than The Walking Dead and taking out people.
Chicago, a lot can be said about Chicago crime. 240,000 people were not murdered in the month of June. I love you, Kelly. You've been with us a long time. Wrong answer.
Wrong answer. That'd be Call of Duty on steroids or Grand Theft Auto just taking people out. Also, Critter checked in and said that's how many times Brian and Case were mean to Kenzie. I don't believe that.
Oh, fact.
I don't believe that at all.
No, that could be right. We really let her have it this summer.
He might be the wrong direction on that, too.
What?
How many times Kenzie was mean to Brian and Case? Could be that way, too.
Yeah, right.
Also a check-in, Kyle says, me and my brother use corn as fishing bait. It worked, so maybe Tristan try corn instead of hot dogs.
What, like an entire cob?
You can get in the text line with him and ask him.
How do you hook up corn?
You can do more details on that with him if you want to on the side.
I'm not wasting cobs, man.
In this economy.
All those answers.
Okay, Richie Rich.
All those answers are wrong, by the way. 240,000 times this happened in Chicago in June. It's the bane of my existence, my nemesis. The new Chicago speed cameras are driving a surge in tickets. The 186 speed cameras in Chicago, the city limits, 240,000 tickets in June when 22 new cameras came online.
Was that just to you?
Thank you. I did get one ticket in June, and it was in an area that there was a new camera put in there on Clybourne.
Isn't it fun to be part of history?
I guess I am. It's very nice, and I'd like to say that this is outrageous. This is unbelievable. It's against our civil liberties to just pass out a tax in the mail to you for going 6 miles an hour over the speed limit. I don't want people to speed. I want to be that very clear. Don't speed in school zones.
Yeah, you don't want other people to speed. You just want to be able to.
Please, get out of my way.
It's obviously wrong if other people do it, but Brian had a reason.
Trying to get through, please.
Trying to get to Pequods.
Yeah, thank God. That's where I got the ticket. It was on Clybourne.
That's where I got the ticket.
That's where I got it. There's one there. Now, if you want to know the number one answer here, or at least on the number one camera, it's 3358 South Ashland. So that would be 30.
Somebody's got to take that thing out with a sniper.
21,180 violations in 1 month on that.
What a bitch.
That's a lot.
What was the address on that again?
So 3358 South Ashland. So that's 33rd and Ashland.
Do you think that she was like, didn't get cracked last night? Everyone's getting a ticket.
The camera itself didn't get cracked?
What are you doing to that camera?
No, not a lot, obviously.
There could be a female officer with a joystick behind that camera, moving it actually to get moving targets on it. But that is unbelievable.
Okay, I understand why there's so many speeding tickets in that area.
Is it because it's near a White Sox ballpark?
No. If you're going north, though, the next block is a Dunkin', a White Castle, and a Popeyes. So I understand why you would get excited. And then if you go even a block further north, it's Burger King and Chipotle. So you just start speeding up on instinct because you're about to hit a murderer's row of heaven.
No
and it sounds
kidding.
like one of those scenarios where you either hit every green or you hit every red.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
Yeah.
You know those streets where you're like, well, I'm going to be here about 45 minutes because I hit the red instead of 30 seconds.
And when you see a Popeyes in the distance, you start thinking about the chicken sandwich and you're going, come on. And then you run a red light, you speed a little bit, and then you get a ticket.
Can you give me that list again?
Brian, I'd be more than happy to. A Dunkin', a White Castle, a Popeyes, and then if you go a block north beyond that, Burger King and a little establishment I like to call Chipotle.
I had Chipotle last week for the first time in a while. Delicious.
Yeah, no, they do good work.
Now, what's on the next block? If those are the block and then the block after.
Oh, there's a butcher shop, so you can take meat home.
Oh, they got to take that camera down.
Hey, it's like Tokyo Drift over there. Of course people are speeding.
It's not fair.
Well, the murders happen.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. and Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Well, we have a lot to get to in sports with what happened to the Cubs, and the White Sox, but more importantly, how you thought you were going to watch NFL games this year just changed, including tonight's game as the NFL launches tonight. This is incredibly huge. We'll give you that information after we play 21 Pilots, but also wrap up what we were talking about in the Fact That Made Your Brain Go. The conversation started. The fact was 240,000 speed camera tickets were given out in June in Chicago. That sets a new record of all the cameras, 186 speed cameras. 22 were added that month. That led to 91,000 speeding tickets alone. These are for going 6 over. I have paid at least $700 to $800 in these tickets, mostly off the Irving Park camera north of Wrigley Field. But I've slowed down, trust me. And it's probably a good thing. I don't want people to speed. I just don't want this tax for going just 6 miles and over. It's atrocious, and these cameras should not be allowed in the city of Chicago. I know they've been banned in suburbs in the areas, but I don't want people speeding by schools or churches or my house. But this is just bad.
Those are the big three. That's it.
That's it.
Brian's house, schools, churches.
And that's according to God, by the way. He's the one that laid that out.
Yeah, what do the Marines say? God, family, core.
I believe they say the few, the proud, the Marines.
Well, that's the open mission statement, but they say...
Do they have a secret mission statement I don't know about?
What is it? God, family, core.
Guns?
I don't know. If there's a Marine out there...
Like a workout?
No, like the Marine Corps.
Oh.
You know what, Kenzie? I had the same thought.
No, it's not working on your...
God, family, abs, gym tail laundry.
I apologize to the Marines out there in the former and current if I got that wrong. God, family, core. Oh, crap. That's why I couldn't be a Marine.
Is it just God, family, country?
That's why you couldn't be a Marine.
That's why they kicked me out. I was ready to go. You're right. You're right. Country's in there.
So not Corps. It's the Marine Corps.
No. There's 4.
No, there's not.
God, family, country.
What shape is it supposed to be? Is it supposed to be like a cross or something? What is the 4? What is it?
It's just 4 statements they say. God, country, core.
I wasn't asking a question when I said that. I was telling you it was God, country, family.
God, country, family, McDonald's. That's what it is.
School, church, Brian's house.
And are they saying families last? So they're in that order? Like, is it ranking?
Yeah, families are last.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you got to take the core seriously.
Yeah, and God.
And God,
I don't
too.
want to mess with him.
No.
Judge, jury, executioner.
And your abs.
And your abs. So family comes last. All right, so that's the fact. 240,000 tickets given out in June. It led us to a little bit of conversation on that. Some of the things I'm not sure how we got to. Case had guessed it was the packages of hot dogs sold. Justin checked in with a fun fact for Case. Last year, there were 896 million pounds of hot dogs scanned in grocery stores around the country. Per month, that's 99.5 million hot dog packages, assuming it's a 6-pack. But there's usually way more than a 6-pack. There's 12s. Safe to say Chicago sold 240,000 this year in June alone, but that was not the correct fact. It was tickets.
And somebody responded and said to you, he was like, that's ridiculous because that would be over 1 million hot dogs, but it sounds like we've accomplished that based on that stat. So
they're great.
It's not ridiculous.
Not at all. Also, Dave checked in. I got a camera ticket in July in Chicago. I don't even know where the camera is. It's true. You got to look for that big pole on the side of the road, hidden usually by a tree. And then it's got some big, canister on it. That's the camera. And if you see a flash as you go by it, that means you're getting a ticket in the mail. It flashes.
I just say, and I'm sorry, it'll be to deviate at all,
It's
but
okay.
we're getting a lot of texts from people who are like veteran, Marine, and they all have different answers.
Well, I think for the different branches, I think.
But they're like, a lot of people are like, past Marine, Marine veteran. And I'm like, well, how do you guys not have the same answer?
What are they saying?
So somebody said it's God, country, core, family, self. Oof,
Self should be 1. Care for you. A little self-care. A little self-care never
Brian,
hurts.
stop yourself.
Military.
Again, why they kicked me out.
Then somebody said it's God, family, core, unit.
Okay.
The opposite of self.
Yeah. No self.
Total opposite.
Yep.
I mean, we're getting a lot. Veteran here, it's God, country, core.
God, country, core. That's what Kay said, right?
Something like that. I like the text from 219 that says, the few, the proud, Brian's house.
Love it.
Love it.
Okay, we wrap this up then, I guess, as we get to sports.
Mission accomplished.
Well, there was a couple other things. So with these cameras, we acknowledged that 3358 South Ashland, Dave was talking about not knowing where the camera is. So that was the number one with 21,180 tickets in June. So number 2, we talked about in case making there's a murderer's row of food stops there by that location.
So the one on Ashland, the reason there's so many tickets there, obviously, is that people are speeding up to get to the Dunkin', White Castle, Popeyes, Burger King, Chipotle corner, which is a block away from that speed camera.
God, I think of the...
Gang bang. Am I allowed to say that?
I think
I bet you don't.
Okay.
I think more like a field of dreams. Is this heaven?
That's better. I should have said that. Field of dreams, not gang bang. Sorry.
So number 2, people ask what's 2 and 3. I'm not going to do all 10, but the number 2 was 5857 North Broadway. There's a camera there that got 17,355 tickets in June alone. Case, what's around that intersection?
So I understand why people are speeding up here, too. Same logic. There's a ramen place right beyond the camera. And, I'm not going to slow down when I see ramen. And then right there is also lickety-split frozen custard and sweets. And I was just having a conversation with somebody over the weekend about, like, hey, man, Chicago's a big city. Where's all the ice cream stores? I don't understand what happened. I want soft serve at a moment's notice. I can't find the ice cream stores. So if I was going to be there, I'd speed up and I'd hit the lickety-split. I'd probably drive through the damn establishment.
So it looks like you're able to find the ice cream store.
I swear to God, Kenzie, I've had enough of you today.
Yeah. Why don't you say he's not going to fit in those new jeans, is he? You might as well just say that.
It just doesn't look like that's a huge struggle.
I literally lost weight this summer. I'm down a belt
You
loop
look
size.
great.
No, it seems like it. Yeah, no, fatty looks awesome. Thanks, Kenzie.
Yeah. You know what? There's ice cream on the corners of your mouth right now, Case. You might as well have said that.
Christ.
I will tell you, I didn't live near Lickety Split, like about 2 miles away, and I drove all the way over there to get it. It's fantastic.
Yep.
So even people in the neighborhood getting close. One more intersection we'll throw out here. This is the 3rd most tickets given out in June by the speed cameras in the city limits. We're going on to Beverly, I believe that 10540 Southwestern Avenue, 11,891 tickets.
And again, this city is they're setting people up for failure right in that region. There's a Mr. Submarine, there's a Ken's on Western, there's the legendary Nicky's of Beverly, and then a KFC and a Dunkin' a block north of that.
Oh, what?
I mean, what are we supposed to do? Drive the speed limit?
Oh, good. Chef Sean just texted and I have the answer. It's God Country White Castle Taco Bell Burger King.
Well, thank God we got there. It's Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Kenzie won in trivia, swept through that one pretty good. So we have Chicago Wolves and Rockford Ice Hogs home opener for the Allstate Arena Saturday, October 18th from our great friends, the Chicago Wolves. So
God bless the baby.
Sorry, Kenzie, not taking the tickets for yourself or giving them away. Caller 10 gets them. 312-591-8300. Caller 10. We'll get those tickets to that. A 4-pack. You can take so many people. So call now to win those tickets, and you are there. Local news coming up here with Chicago. Another opening. This is kind of exciting, I guess. If you're into Portillo's, announcing its 4th only pickup-only restaurant in Illinois. So the location will be over in Plainfield near 135th and Route 59. The restaurant will not have an indoor dining room at all. Will instead feature 2 drive-through lanes and an indoor area for guests to pick up online or app-based orders. So there's kind of, you can go inside, but you can't sit and eat the food. Delivery and catering will also be available at the location. But again, no dining room. The Plainfield site joins existing pickup locations. There's pickup-only locations. Joliet's got one right nearby, Rosemont, and Orland Park. So this is what the CEO said, Michael Ansalo. Our pickup-only format has been an infill strategy for us to build out our existing markets. Obviously, Chicago, their home base. Delivering the authentic Portillo's experience our guests love while meeting the growing demand for convenient, fast service. It all sounds great. And our residents wanted our Portillo's in Plainfield for a long time, and this Chicago legend is finally here. So Plainfield has one. You can go in there and get it, but you can't go eat it in there. And that's my problem. Of course I love Portillo's to death.
Right.
But one of my joys is going inside the restaurant, even if I'm alone. I never go through the drive-thru, ever.
You never go through the drive-thru.
I've done it a couple times when I had people in from out of town, and I just had to get it back home, but it was still a dining room location. The one on Addison and the Ontario one, those were my 2 locations.
My
And-
favorite Portillo's is the Bloomingdale one that looks like an old city when you go inside. It has like the brick cobblestone roads and like benches for seats.
Thank you for making my point.
So cute. It's adorable.
You go on the Ontario one, you get the Prohibition era look. There's some clowns up there in the sky for some reason, but they also have the 1930s, 40s Prohibition theme. On Addison, my other spot, you have cars in there, old-fashioned cars. Besides being one of the most modern ones I've ever seen on Addison, they have these incredible digital screens, and the little hot dog moves over. Like in McDonald's, they have that where your order's ready and the number moves over. They have hot dogs with your number on it, and it moves over to the other screen saying it's almost ready. I've never seen a Portillo's like that one on Addison, the screen's in there. But going in the dining room is one of the great joys of my life, whether I'm alone or with the family. I want to go in there, sit down. I want to eat my Italian beef or my beef and cheddar or my hot dogs, cheddar fries. I'm not going to go through the whole menu.
Well, what do you feel when you walk through the doors?
Joy. I feel, you know what, people of your ilk, mention the thing, a safe space.
Boy, okay. I don't know where this is going.
That's it. I feel safe, I feel comfortable, and I feel isolated in a bubble from the outside disgustingness of the world. All the news you see, the stuff on the news.
6'4" and like 240 pounds. Where do you not feel safe?
Everywhere outside of a Portillo's.
Okay.
I know, I got these dad arms here, but can't stop bullets. I just feel safe in a Portillo's. And I mean safe mentally. I don't mean so much physical harm. I just feel like it's my escape. Can I have an escape? And Portillo's, I plead, do not make this a pattern. Like Plainfield needed a Portillo's. And maybe that was the only way to get one there is make it a pickup only. Good. I'm glad the people of Plainfield have a Portillo's.
Well, what I'm going to say is that I understand that this probably helps in areas that can't hold like a huge Portillo's because Portillo's are big.
They are,
right?
big footprint.
So you get to like cut down because there's some small areas. You're probably going to be able to get more of them in Chicago, right? Like I could see that. So I understand that there's a benefit. My issue with the Portillo's drive-thru is that the guy walks up to you an hour before you're at the menu, and it stresses me out because I like to peruse. I like to see the specials. I like to look at the menu because every once in a while I'm like, do I want onion? But all of a sudden you have to have the entire menu memorized, and it's a new thing catching on. They have a lot of the outside people trying to, and I understand it's for efficiency, and I get why they're doing it. But they put the menu at the beginning of the drive-thru.
It's something you said on the show not that long ago. They're being punished for success. Having an efficient drive-thru, you're punishing for that.
But you need to put the menu somewhere else. You pass the menu 45 minutes after you order.
Okay, Kenzie, you know the menu. You know the menu.
I don't have it memorized.
Your husband loves the ribs. I know that.
And that's a you problem. There's two things that you need to do
differently. What about
differently.
when they have the specialty shakes? I was going to curse. Sorry.
Calm down.
Because I didn't realize they already had like their minty shaken, for the St. Patrick's season. And I effed up because, again, 45 minutes after I ordered, I got to the specials board.
Download the app.
Yeah, you work in news. You should be aware of this. And also,
you're a news lady.
One of your previous statements was sometimes I don't know if I want the onion rings. Kenzie, get the onion rings. You shouldn't have to think about it. You should know what you're ordering by the time you get in the car.
But they have new stuff sometimes.
Get it all then.
And I want to read about all of it.
You want to read about it?
I love when they have like their picture up. Like when they dropped the rodeo burger, they had a big sign. It described all of it. Onion ring on the burger. Now it's like, do I get more onion rings? I want a moment to sit with that.
You know what, Kenzie?
And I never get it.
I'm going to back you up here because when the rodeo burger came out, I did a video of it, the unveiling, the unboxing of the rodeo burger.
Go back to our socials to find
I got to win this week. Go back to the socials, get some clicks on that sucker.
Brian doesn't remember anything about his child that he has, but he remembers posting the rodeo burger video.
But I went in my mind with a different order in mind. And then I saw the rodeo burger on the menu when I got in there, and I changed it up.
Snap.
I knew it was coming. I go, okay, the rodeo burger's here. I'm going to get that instead, and it was delicious, by the way. So going in the restaurant, to validate your point a little bit there, is a true joy. Joy is the word that keeps coming to my mind. It's just a joy. I guess, Case, you don't agree with this? I'm not sure.
No, nothing makes me happier than stuffing my fat face with a juicy burger.
I didn't mean to put you down in this.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
The baked mostaccioli, because I'm a pasta guy at Portillo's, quite honestly. The baked mostaccioli brings me so much joy. I'm
But not all
from ear
of
to ear.
not all the Portillos have pasta anymore because that's a Barnelli's edition. So again, if I can't get to the menu,
But again, if I'm in the drive-thru, right? If I'm in Brian's Nissan Rogue and I'm in the passenger seat and I go, "Hey, my man, bake mostaccioli for this guy," and he goes, "We don't have that." I'm going to come prepared. I'm going to have a backup ready. I'm going to want the chicken tenders and the onion rings. I always have a plan. You got to think 5 steps ahead.
Just please stop making the drive-thru only ones. That's I plead of that. Again, I feel good for the people of Plainfield. They're going to get one, and there's nothing like we're losing experiences left and right here.
This is AI.
AI's taking. Thank you.
Portillos. Yep.
AI's taking over everything. And
This is the last grasp of humanity that we have.
I just want the dining room. That's all I want. You've got the money, spend it. Give me another dining room. Plainfield deserves a dining room.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And again, 6 minutes away now from Lord. Ticket Blitz Thursday, your chance to go to the United Center for sold out Lord show coming up. Now, we have had a listener named V who has really gave us incredible details of what happened in her front yard over the last several days. And this involved a raccoon mercy killing, as she called it, in her driveway. There must have been several people, as she said, that called the police because the raccoon was acting, quote, very weird. And we found out there's a thing called distemper. We don't know for sure if this is alleged that the raccoon had this. That makes them like a zombie. And it's very contagious and can kill dogs, too, if it goes from raccoon to dog. And we don't want that. But the raccoon was acting weird in the neighborhood. The police showed up on V's driveway, and it took 4 shots to take down this raccoon. I mean, Case will describe the video in a second because myself and Kenzie have not seen the video. We've seen screenshots. Case has seen the video.
I'm playing it right now.
This is like a first listen, if you will, that Lauren does on YouTube.
So just to further contextualize things real quick. So V texted in during the show on Tuesday, and it was at this time we were coming out of that commercial break, and she asked if we could pour one out really quick for the raccoon that, in her words, was mercy killed in her driveway.
Yeah.
We had no other information, but I did say to Brian, hey, this is a pretty funny text. You should read this when we come back from commercial break.
Yes.
Little did I know 48 hours later, I would have news organizations contacting me asking for follow-ups on the raccoon mercy killing. Little did I know it would take up so much time in the show's real estate, but I'm so glad that it did. And last night, as I was enjoying some U.S. Open tennis action, I get an email from V with the Ring doorbell camera footage. I said I would review it and post it to our social media if I found it to be appropriate.
Now, listen, we love animals here.
One of our things.
But sometimes they get weird. And this raccoon, if it's dangerous to your pets in your neighborhood or people or babies for that matter, things need to be taken care of. And Kenzie has watched this video. I don't like the look on her face. I have not seen it yet because I can't kind of
Oh, my God. This is awful.
Yeah, well, describe what's awful.
It just, so it does get shot twice. They get back up and start walking around. And the officer was leaving when it started getting back up. And he turns around.
First off, slow down. That's terrifying.
The officer's leaving.
You took good care of the problem, and the raccoon went, like in the Terminator when T2, when he waves the finger,
The raccoon sits up like the Undertaker.
Yeah.
He really does that. Like, it's like Pet Cemetery over here. It's not good. So he gets back up, and now he's walking towards him. Oh, my God. He's walking right towards the cop. He's like, bring it, bitch. Look at him.
Does he say that?
The raccoon does say that, yes.
I think he's thinking it.
Yeah.
And he's walking around, and you can tell the cop even, like, throws his hands in the air. Like, what's going on here? It's crazy. Who's this other guy who just rolled up on the shooting and is standing in the driveway with his arms on his hips?
That is V's neighbor.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Imagine rolling up on that. You just came
Why
back.
would you ever?
I mean, you just came back from the Portillo's drive-thru. You're looking forward to getting to the table, and you roll up on this situation of a zombie raccoon taking on an officer.
Now, question for Brian specifically, because Kenzie, you've watched the video, you know what's going on. But for the last few days we've been talking about this, I've had an image in my head of what it would look like for a sheriff to shoot a raccoon. Meaning, I pictured him using a specific type of gun. Have you put any thought into, if you were in this situation, what gun you think might have been used? Again, this is a working on-the-clock sheriff.
Now you've seen a movie I can make a reference to.
Okay.
I picture Tombstone and Val Kilmer going, I'll be your huckleberry, to the raccoon. And the raccoon, realizing he made it, Johnny Ringo, the raccoon, realizing he made a huge mistake.
Yes.
Rolling up into this lawn and me showing up. And, of course, taking down the raccoon. But I guess I don't want to use I'm not a big gun guy of understanding all the guns. I'd say a pistol. I'd say a handgun.
Yeah. Okay. So the great thing about the three of us is that we were all on the same page thinking pistol. Boy, were we wrong. It's the biggest gun I've ever seen. It is, and I don't want anybody...
It's like an assault rifle.
And I don't know the terminology. I don't want anybody getting mad at me, but boy, does it look like what I would deem an assault rifle.
A weapon of war.
Yeah, many would say that. And
It's a big clip. I'm going to say that. There's a big clip in this gun. It is a big... This gun is far away from his body while he's holding it.
And I will say, good job. Good thing the clip was big because the raccoon kept coming.
But that's one way of looking at it. That's one way of looking at it.
I mean, you pull one round, and that raccoon got up. What are you going to do?
Yeah, then
talk him down, say I'm sorry.
You're maybe de-escalate the situation.
Right? Well,
come on now.
Not with a distempered raccoon.
Well, unfortunately, despite as much fun as this story has been, I will not be posting the video of the sheriff shooting the raccoon from point-blank range 4 times with an assault rifle.
Mean. It seemed unnecessary. It seemed like they really unloaded in this poor little guy.
I don't think it was unnecessary.
I gotta tell you what. For a raccoon that got shot, pretty calm temper. I would be a bigger bitch about that if somebody shot me twice.
Well,
he's just kind of walking away all right, that was me, and just let me get my space now. And then he comes back for him.
He's like, okay, I was kidding. I got the message now. I'm good. I'm going to get out of here. I'm not going to bother anybody.
Yeah, he's like, nobody asked me to leave. It started with a question.
Well, these diseased raccoons, they don't reason. That's what they're known for.
You can't reason with a raccoon. Famous quote.
I mean,
I got to be honest, in this video, he was just sitting there. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he was talking weird, I guess. We can't hear. There's no audio. But
the raccoon was pacing back and forth across the driveway going and the government and the flat earth.
Okay, but I do that. Don't shoot me.
He wasn't doing anything wild in the video. He was just sitting there.
Yeah, well, there's no audio. We can't attest to what the raccoon said to the officer after the first 2 shots hit him.
He's like, it was a cover-up. Everything's a cover-up.
I love Corey checked in and said, sounds like the beginning of RoboCop when Murphy got shot up. So the video will not go up.
It will not go up. I have some people asking on the text line if I can send it to them on their personal email. I don't which, by the way, I love you all for that question. I don't want to accidentally dox crew member V and expose where she lives. I'm not going to do that either.
Yeah.
I know we have people checking in saying that their offices are waiting for me to send them the video. I'm sorry. I can't do it. There's an issue there.
No,
and honestly, as somebody who just saw it, just be happy you didn't see it. It's not gonna I'm not going to feel good the rest of the day.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It's not a feel-good one.
This one's going to go. It's those old, if you remember, the Faces of Death videos that went around back in the day.
Oh, you've talked about this before. That was never my version of the internet.
Oh, Faces of Death. Well, actually, back in the day, they were VHS tapes.
You would buy a VHS tape of people dying?
I could be wrong, but I believe you could either get them at Blockbuster in the back room area, that little curtain that went back.
Why can't you just buy porn like a normal person?
Because the Faces of Death videos were awesome. I can get porn anywhere. Oh, they were so good. But the double features, our friends over in Indiana, right near Crown Point, have come up with a song for the late Pour One Out raccoon in V's driveway.
Terrorizing Crown Point homes. Call the sheriff, come at me, bro. Raccoon man, walking like Jesus can save me. I'm just a garbage panda with rabies. I just tried to say hello. Instead, I got a mercy kill. Raccoon man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, the double features.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, 6 minutes away from a new keyword for Lord tickets. 4 Ticket Blitz Thursday. So if you've entered this hour with Ribs, a new one coming up, you can enter every hour, sold out at the United Center on September 19th from our great friends AEG Presents and Brian and Kenzie on Q101. First, some music and entertainment news. Well, we just did several of the music news part with the Morrissey and the Smiths controversy of the Morrissey selling all the rights to the Smiths catalog. That's the music part of the show. Yesterday, a challenge was issued to me, one of the most popular shows on TV, The Summer I Turned Pretty. I'm notorious for when I'm just sitting there and watching TV, I go back to old shows like The Sopranos and Entourage and Chicago PD. And the challenge was issued. My wife loves this show. Case loves this show. And Kenzie, I think, well, we'll talk about it in a second here. You're not watching this show, but I think you want to watch this show.
I do want to watch this show.
You're trying to finish up White Lotus 3.
I literally be on the last few minutes of White Lotus season 3. So people started getting killed and see who all got killed.
You can't go a few more minutes.
My rule is if I stop working out, I can't keep watching it. And I've done all outdoor workouts with the nice weather.
I think you should give yourself a pass, get a cookie, and watch the end of White Lotus.
Oh my God, he can't add a cookie to it too. What are you doing to my fat ass?
I'll let you finish it during the show if you only have a few more minutes.
Okay, cool. Pull up my phone.
You'll be okay.
All right, bye, Kenzie, bye. No, don't leave yet. So the summer I turned pretty, and the challenge was issued that I sit down, only knowing from what Case and my wife have told me what's going on in the show, and it's almost over, and it's going to go away. This is the end because it's a book series. They're at the end.
Yes, okay, you've done a nice job of listing. This is exactly it. This is a show based on a series of books. I did not read the books. I didn't know the show existed until 2 months ago, but there's a lot of behind-the-scenes people here in the office that are obsessed with the show, and they told me about it, and I was like, okay, well, I'm in on this concept immediately. Brother love triangle, can't get enough of this, and I'm obsessed with the show now.
So before I tell you what happened last night, as I mocked Case yesterday and snored during his description of the show in a very testosterone...
Grown-up adult manner.
Correct. That's what I was going to say.
Yes.
Yep. And I will also want to say this. The show was called The Summer I Turned Pretty. It is targeted toward most likely 18 to 49-year-old females.
And Case.
And my
You
wife's...
fall in that category.
Many have said this.
Yeah, that tracks.
We'll get an estrogen check on the show another day with Case.
That'd be a fun bet. I'll do that. That's fine.
Oh my God, no, I'm going to find out of the least. It's going to piss me off.
So I sat down last night. Harper gets to bed. It's about 9 o'clock. I wanted to go to bed. I wanted to pass out. I said, I'm not doing this. But then people DM me a lot when I said this yesterday about watching the show. So I sat down. Megan turns it on. Can I last 5 minutes of the Summer I Turned Pretty of a show I haven't been watching for 3 seasons near the end? Show starts. I'm watching and trying to learn what's going on and remember what everybody told me about the show.
So you didn't watch the first episode?
No, I watched the episode that dropped yesterday.
Oh my, why would you do that?
Because that was the challenge, to see if I could enjoy it just from watching with only what they told me what was going on.
Okay.
I sat there, 5 minutes in. This might be the best show ever put on TV.
This is what I'm saying.
This might be the best show.
This is what I'm talking about.
Designed
baby.
for 16-year-old girls and a grown-ass man. Holy cow, did I like this show. And let me tell you something, Kenzie. Finish up White Lotus and start this damn thing.
Get on it.
Get on it. There's 3 seasons.
Giddy up, girl.
And Megan has already agreed to go back and binge the other seasons because she wants to watch it again and do it with me. Let me tell you about this Team Conrad, Team Jeremiah situation going on.
Yeah, where do you stand?
Well, I was ordered to start that I am Team Conrad.
That's right.
And so in the first several minutes...
She's engaged to Jeremiah, right?
Well, can we do spoilers here or what? How should I do this?
Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask Brian to recap what he thinks he saw in last night's episode. The good news is it's the first time Brian's watched the show, so there's a chance that a lot of the information he says is wrong. So do what you think you saw, and if you spoil it, I apologize, but it's the biggest show. You should watch it on Wednesdays when it comes out.
It says #1 in America on the Prime right when you put it on right there.
Big country.
They don't lie.
Yeah.
Prime. It doesn't lie at all. So, Kenzie, it opens up with a guy drinking at the bar, his friends consoling him. They're all wearing wedding type of suits, tuxedos. And that's Jeremiah. And boy does he look douchey. And his brother's Conrad, okay? Yeah. Now, what I understand is Conrad was in love with a girl in high school. He was very much in love with this girl. And sadly, his mom got sick and died, and he just So he just all of a sudden said, I don't want to be in love with this girl anymore. I don't know. She's hot, but I'm not into it because I'm sad because my mom died. So he goes on, and they go to college.
She's hot, but I'm not into it because my mom died. Is that a direct quote?
That is such a crazy way to interpret the show.
I'm trying to just narrow it in. I can't. Okay, that's my perception of what happened.
No, I'm in. I'm here.
And then Conrad just goes on and looks prettier than any man ever, probably in the history of man, and does his own thing.
So you guys find Conrad more attractive than Jeremiah?
Well, Jeremiah's a bad boy. He's got the bleached tips. He looks like an Abercrombie model. Conrad does not. Conrad's very pretty around the eyes. His eyes are, they're piercing. Conrad's eyes.
Okay.
Kenzie, I look at Conrad and he makes me hate myself. He's such a good-looking guy. I'll never look like that. I am now interested in buying a watch for the first time in my life because I like the way that Conrad looks when he wears a watch. He does it for me. I
God,
don't know.
we need more Mean Girls drops in the system. Like, I saw Katy Herring wearing army pants and flip-flops, so I bought army pants
All right,
and
I'll come in
flip-flops.
this weekend and work on
Can you
Mean
please?
Girls drops.
I've been asking.
Yes.
Can you do anything?
Anyway, so Conrad's a good-looking guy.
Good-looking guy. And again, I was ordered to be Team Conrad. As we go through, well, first off, there's a guy named Redbird that jumps in here, and he's only in the first scene of the show. I want a whole series about Redbird, okay? This guy who is consoling him saying, hey, man, there's a lot of men and women in here. So apparently he's bi. That's my guess. And he said, you can do whatever you want.
Conrad's bi?
No.
No.
Jeremiah's bi.
Jeremiah's bi, and so is apparently
And
Redbird.
he's giving him this advice at his wedding?
No, the wedding's over. They're in a bar consoling because he calls off the wedding because Conrad apparently said, hey, man, remember when our mom died and I thought she was hot and I got upset? Well, I'm not upset anymore. I want to be with her now, so screw you. And then Jeremiah called off the wedding with the hot girl from high school when his mom
And then
died.
this guy's like, hey, you can have some penis or vagina tonight. You're single. Like,
That's
that
right.
was his pitch?
And Redbird has a mustache like Case, by the way. And I'm not saying it's good or bad. He looks great. I just want to know more about Redbird. And
Hey, you didn't even see him in the last episode because the last episode he's looking to borrow somebody's dress socks, and that's like a whole. That's great.
well, Megan tells me Redbird hooked up with Jeremiah in college earlier on.
What?
That's what she told me.
Okay, all right, maybe. I
Maybe
don't-
she's.
And he's hanging out with him? That's inappropriate, too.
Either way, he's consoling his friend who just canceled the wedding with the hot girl.
More like his ex, not
Yeah.
his friend.
So then Conrad, who was supposed to leave and go back to California, didn't because of all this, hubbubaloo about the cancel of the wedding with his brother. He wants to go console him, and everybody wants to kick his ass. Conrad, when he comes over there, but no one kicks any ass. They're all just very nice. It's really weird.
Well, they talk about their feelings. They try to communicate.
Kenzie, so
Did
much.
anybody ask Belly what she wanted?
They don't know where Belly is. She ran away
Belly got out of there because she needed some space.
after calling off the wedding.
Yeah. Well, Jeremiah called it the wedding, right?
But the wedding was called off. They mutually called off the wedding.
Okay. So then it goes on. I'm still supposed to be Team Conrad, but as the show goes on, I'm starting to become Team Jeremiah, even though he's a douche and cheated on Belly.
He cheated?
Way back. I didn't see this, but I was told it happened.
It was in Cabo on spring break, and it was a whole thing.
This is why you don't let your men go anywhere without you.
Well, that's not
I'm a
cool.
believer in that.
I want a guy's trip.
No.
Yes. So throughout the middle, I say, hey, Megan, I think I'm Team Jeremiah. And she slapped me in the face.
She should have.
And she said, no one's Team Jeremiah. And I go, come on, somebody out there's got to be Team Jeremiah. If someone's listening as Team Jeremiah, text in, please.
Well, okay. Isn't it weird? Could you, okay. Oh, yeah, but you both have brothers. This works. Okay, good. So, I had to think about it for a second. Could you be with a girl that your brother had slept with a bunch of times? And I'm talking about this from Conrad and Jeremiah's point of view because Jeremiah gets with her after Conrad was, and now Conrad wants to be back with her after Jeremiah was. So, like, wouldn't that be weird, like, at Thanksgiving, like, knowing that, like, he banged her, head into the headboard a million times? Like, wouldn't that bother you?
I don't know if that's what making love is in everybody's eyes, but that may have happened 1,000 times on the headboard.
I do it differently.
Here's the thing, Kenzie. For me, you're right. No way. But these people were so nice. Everybody talks about their feelings and how they're feeling. And I thought there was going to be a big fight scene. And again, they just talked it out. He goes, Conrad, you better leave. And so he left, and he went away. So as the show progressed, I became Team Jeremiah. Belly, by the way, Kenzie, then just gets on a plane and goes to Paris. She needs that much space. She can't stay in America. She needs to go to Paris.
Okay, that's her excuse to go to Paris. I just need space. Yeah, me too, bitch.
Yeah, and even Megan said there's no way she could have got a flight to Paris that quick. It's impossible. But it would have cost $18,000, but somehow she pulled it off. She goes to Paris, and there's still a lot of dawdling around the rest of it with the brothers going, I feel bad for him, I want to help him. That's Conrad saying to Jeremiah, his brother's
She
an
needs to
a-hole.
hook up with somebody new in Paris. Like, that's another. There's plenty of guys out there. You don't need the brothers.
She does meet some people, but they're all nice too. Everybody talks about their feelings everywhere in the world in this show. And then as it ends, Okay, I'm thinking I'm Team Jeremiah over Conrad because he ruined the wedding situation because he wanted to go back and date Belly.
And it's very interesting because on the text line right now, we have people checking in saying that they've never seen the show, but the way you're describing it, you're making it sound like it's good to be Team Jeremiah.
Okay, you should watch the show. You decide for yourself. I've only seen one episode.
However, Cynthia texted in all caps and said, he cheated on Belly twice and still called it a mistake. That is not a mistake, with a bunch of exclamation points.
Keep in mind, I just watched last night's episode. I didn't see the cheating episode. I heard about the cheating, didn't see it. So if you don't see it, it didn't happen in my eyes.
Oh, boy. The cheating thing was crazy because he admitted it to her before they got engaged. And then she goes, how many times did it happen? And look, I've never cheated on anybody. I don't plan on doing it. If I was going to cheat on somebody twice, I would only mention that I cheated the one time. And he's like, no, we slept together twice, which I just thought was a crazy moment for radical honesty.
And by the way, Belly's hot as hell.
Okay.
I know this show isn't for me, but whatever. It's not designed for me, but I'm in.
I think she's very pretty.
She's very pretty. I think she's hot.
Okay. All right. Hey, more power to you, brother.
Yeah, I like her.
Hey, you like what you like.
I do. I like Belly. So at the ends, Kenzie, with me all of a sudden becoming Team Jeremiah, which I'm not supposed to do. And then he gets a call. It ends with Belly from Paris calling Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
That's
And
going to be such an expensive phone call. I'd be like, why didn't you call me here before you got on the plane?
Well, she apparently bought an $18,000 ticket last minute to Paris. I think she could afford the phone call. And then here's that phone call.
I mean, I don't even know who I am anymore.
I know who you are.
That's
And
Jeremiah.
I will remind you every single day. You just need to come back home.
I don't want to hurt you, Jer. I'm not the same person that I was before summer, and I think I need to find the person that I can be.
What does that mean?
I think I'm gonna stay.
Great. Yeah, that's great. You do that.
I don't think he thinks it's great.
Just don't call me again.
Oh, boom!
Yeah, because it costs $1 million. He's like, please don't call me again. If you're going to stay there,
Don't call me again.
like, if you're going to come to the United States, call me. If you're gonna stay there, it's very expensive. And it sounds like he used to pay for a wedding she didn't show up to. It's a lot of expenses.
By the way, people were checking in, Scott. They were on a break when he cheated. Allegedly, they were on a break,
Oh, so it's the new friends.
basically. So I was supposed to then hate Jeremiah then for that phone call, and Megan said, now you're back
Why-
to Team
well,
Conrad.
That's not fair. He can't be mad because she left him and isn't going to come back.
Yeah,
I'd be mad. I would call somebody, I would say a lot worse than, oh, that's great. If somebody just went to Paris
I must be
during our wedding day.
I must be describing this with good passion because Carlos just checked in. He goes, I need to know the name of that series. What is this show? It's called The Summer I Turned Pretty.
It's on Amazon.
I only watched last night's episode. There's 3 full seasons that I'm about to go binge. I'm going to put Entourage and Sopranos on pause and go do that.
Okay. So while we're on this subject, okay, I want people to chime in with this. I am trying to get Brian and Case to go to the movie theater with me when Twilight is hitting theaters again. They announced it so you can watch the, entire series back to back to back to back to back. Because Brian's never seen it. Case has kind of seen parts of it. He's walked in and out of a room when girls have been watching it, from what I gathered. Sees the whole thing.
That's a really funny way to describe that.
Kind of like, in and out, you're baking, like getting a snack, whatever. And so I need you guys to be like Team Jacob, Team Edward, because that's what was going on when I was growing up. Now it's this whole Team Conrad, Team Jeremiah for the youngsters.
I can't have this many teams. Right now, Kenzie, I can't process this.
But you have to come to the theater and watch the entire Twilight series. You have to understand the lore. You have to.
Let's put a pin in that and let's revisit it.
He's got so much Summer I Turned Pretty to catch up on. He can't focus on Twilight.
Do you understand the
the
emotions that have arisen to me in this one damn TV show?
Do you understand, Kenzie?
Okay, yeah, imagine what you just watched, but you add a vampire and a werewolf. It's a lot.
Well, that sounds
It's
cool.
a lot to take in.
That sounds cool. Adrian checked in from Elmwood Park and says, Conrad sounds like a crybaby bitch.
Okay,
Why-
well, that was Jeremiah. Leave Conrad out of this. Conrad's innocent.
No, he's saying Conrad's probably sound like a crybaby because he used to bang the hot chick and they went up to the wedding and said, I still love her. And then Jeremiah broke off the wedding
Why
with
does
Belly.
everyone always have to wait till the wedding? Just do it 24 hours, any day before. Everyone always has to wait till the wedding, and it's very expensive just from financial respect.
Don't think about that.
Great text from Elmo Park. Glad they brought that up. But Kenzie, you have no idea the sensual settings that Belly and Conrad found themselves in before the wedding. This was all brewing. It didn't come out of nowhere that this happened, that the wedding had to be called off. It's crazy.
But do it like, why right then? And
Because
then,
he felt
fine.
it. This show's about feelings. I have feelings now, too.
Oh, congratulations.
I don't know where they came from.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.